This is Chrissy cooking at home. I would be Chrissy. Don't be too surprised. So, this video should be rather quick, I think. Depends on how much I'm going to ramble at ya. I'm going to share how I'm going to make Reubens with the new bread. I just shared recently that I came up with the everything dill pickle rye bread. I'm going to make Reubens with it. I made it into little loaves and sliced it up this morning and put it in a Ziploc, and now I'm going to whip up dinner. So let's get started. Okay, I noticed in my last couple of videos I kind of had you a little far away. I'm bringing you really, really close. So I'm hoping not too close and I can still work. So I have a pound of deli counter corned beef and some lacy Swiss. These are slices from that wonderful dill pickle everything bagel seasoning rye bread recipe. I have a bottle of Thousand Island dressing and then a jar of sauerkraut. But I pulled some out and I put in a sieve, and I was just working it to drain it a bit. I have some French fries in the oven that I have working that we're going to have with it. So, got to check on them in a few. We got some salted butter. We're going to butter our bread. So hopefully I can get this all done before Sweetheart gets home. Hopefully this goes well. Or this video may never see the light of day. So I did my best slicing the bread, but a little shaky today. Did not slice all of it very evenly. Tried to pull the butter out so it would soften, but it still seems a little stiff. So basically, if you've never made a Reuben before, yeah, well, that doesn't look very lacy. Didn't I order the lacy Swiss? It just says imported Swiss. Okay. I had it delivered, so I just was ordering online and had it delivered. Threw it in the fridge. Top brown corned beef. Okay, looks good. Looks like good corned beef. Smells good. My little loaves of bread. My little loaves. Aren't they cute? So cute. Got my griddle heating. We're going to see. It's a really thick piece of bread. It's kind of like grilled cheese. Grilled meat and cheese. With a veggie sauerkraut. Sauerkraut's so good for your gut. All that fermentation. If you got homemade sauerkraut, baby, oh, go for it. I have yet to venture into making homemade sauerkraut. I will get there someday. I just gotta buy the equipment. And then I need to learn how to do it. I gotta watch some other YouTubers. Read some books. That's how I learned how to can. That's how I learned how to crochet. Alright. I had to pause you for a second. I didn't even say BRB. You know, be right back. I had to pause just for a second just to ask Mr. Logan a quick question. Turn the griddle down. Okay, that is not a very good sandwich slice. That's got a hole. That's got a hole. That's not a good one. That looks pretty good. So, it looks like it's, with the butter still being slightly firm and the bread is still, you know, a very firm bread, that's fine. So I don't know how this cheese is going to melt, so we're going to put cheese down first. So back up, baby. So my oven is a 5 burner and it came with this like griddle pan. Let's hang it over a little bit, just make it extra messy to eat. Who doesn't love a good messy sandwich? If you don't, that's fine. Just being silly. Okay, no sauerkraut for Mr. Logan. Okay. I turned this down to low. I had it on high to heat it up because the griddle pan was quite cold. Now it's quite hot. So each of my little sandwiches, I decided are going to get 1.5 pieces of corned beef. That's fine. Now, Sweetheart and I love sauerkraut. How much sauerkraut you decide to put on is up to you. These are your sandwiches. You know? Who's the food police in your house? You are. Whatever sauerkraut I don't use is going back in the jar for when we have brats, and I'll just put the jar in the fridge for bratwurst night. How much Thousand Island you put on, that's all you, baby. That looks good. All right. I'm back over here. Come here, sweetie. Back to buttering bread. You ever butter bread before? Buttering that really soft white or wheat bread when your butter is really firm is a nightmare. This bread that I came up with is a super firm bread. And because I sliced it pretty thick, I'm not having too much trouble. And yeah, it's a lot of butter, I know. If you're a butter lover, you're like, oh yeah, baby, butter it up. You didn't see me smiling at you. I smiled at you. So let's see how this dinner comes together, shall we? I'm hoping. When I tried this bread, I thought, if you watched my video making this bread, I thought it was going to be an absolute disaster. I mean, dill pickle juice and a yeast bread. Come on now. Stepping around you. But it was not a disaster. It took a lot longer than I'm used to because I have that bread proofing function on my oven, which makes rising yeast spreads for the first and second rise super fast. Like, I cut my rise time to a fraction. Like, if it says let it rise for an hour and a half, yeah, my rise time's like 30 minutes. Done. Seriously. Which way did I put this slice? Don't slice. I think I put it this way. Okay, so this over here. Still got some beef left. Lots of Swiss. That's okay. It'll get fine. Slightly browning. Slightly browning. It's melting really quickly because of the heat coming off of my oven that's at like 425. So we're going to crank this burner up to brown it. Check the time. It's 2:25. I shouldn't have started so soon. What was I thinking? I'm thinking I'm tired. Tired, I'm achy. Last couple of days had me moving and grooving. See, I did not film yesterday's dinner because I wanted to measure. It's the second time I did pot roast the way I did it yesterday. The first time I did it, I threw it in the crock pot and was like, if this turns out good, then I'll measure it next time, and then the time after that, I'll share it with my viewers. Well, it turned out so freaking amazing. Then I did it again yesterday, but I measured, and it was a little peppery for Logan. But sweetheart and I still loved it. So now I have my measurements. I have two methods, pressure cook and slow cook for you. So now I just need another pot roast. I did one with a chuck and one with an Aya Brown. So there's two choices. So I have way too much bread left over. That's fine. Logan and I love eating it. Or I can make sweetheart more sandwiches. We'll see. That browned beautifully. There we go. Did not lose that sandwich. This one's kind of on the tail end here, so I don't know. Yay! Ouchie. Ouchie. And flip. Look at that. Reubens on my homemade everything dill pickle rye bread. Amazing. BRB. Okay, my fries got done. I had to move ya. It's looking pretty good, don't you think? Now, you might be wondering what this is doing. Here, this is a cooling rack. I don't want my sandwiches to get soggy. So to keep a nice crisp grilled sandwich, I put my grilled cheeses, my grilled ham and cheese, my Reubens, tuna melts, whatever I grill. Oh, this is still hot. I'm going to get that off of there. Ta-da! I put on, whoopsie, cooling rack. See? On the cooling rack. Hopefully that is enough sandwiches. They're kind of small, not typical big Reubens. So, dinner. Chrissy cooking at home. Short video. Because I did the bread, and I made a video about making the bread. I brought you along on my experimentation. So now we're going to have Reuben. If 3 sandwiches is not enough for Sweetheart, I will make him more. We'll see. But hopefully this is going to be a wonderful dinner on my wonderful bread with some frozen crinkle cut French fries that I baked in the oven. Sweetheart will be home in a few minutes and we will eat dinner. I cooked it a little early, but now I get to rest and relax because I'm tired and this weather's making me hurt. I do have some health issues. If you've seen any of my other videos, I've talked numerous times about health issues, my disabilities, my health issues. I'm a little swollen today. I was swollen the day before yesterday when I created the bread and when I made soup, and the swelling has gotten worse, and it is what it is. So I'm going to go park my butt, wait for Sweetheart to get home, serve him this dinner, and, well, that sounded stupid. I don't serve him. He gets his own darn food. I just cook it. He gets his own plate. Why? But he's a grown-ass man and he can do it himself. He'll tell you that himself, too. So, I hope you check out the bread video. And if you're a baker and you love to bake, or you're looking to get into baking and you want to try something new, give that everything dill pickle rye bread a try. Because it is out of this world insanely good if you like rye bread. If you're not a fan of rye bread, it might be the caraway seed that you don't like. It is quite a pungent flavor. There's no caraway in this bread. The seed is from the everything bagel seasoning. So, well, I've rambled on enough. So until next time.